What up, you guys? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 1 review. So we start off with meeting 10 of the singles that are going to be on the show. We'll see the other 10 in Episode 2. And one of the first singles that we are introduced to is Deanna, who is the firefighter. If you did not get a chance to watch my Ready to Love ladies cast breakdown, and then I did another one for the men, I'll link one of them at the end of this video so you can watch it. And I'll link the other one in the comment section so you can watch that one. But it was me giving my thoughts on what their personalities would be just based off their pictures and what they do for a living, their name, and how old they are. It was super funny. So make sure you check those videos out. And one of the things that I said about Deanna is I thought that she would exude like a masculine energy, and that maybe she would be more of like the home girl, and that the guys wouldn't really gravitate to her. And I was actually wrong. The guys were really feeling her, and they were feeling her because when she did have conversation with them, she was very approachable, very sweet. Um, and they all were very intrigued with the fact that she was a firefighter. Now, does she still have the masculine energy that I think that she would have? Yes, she does. She does kind of carry it all up in here in her shoulders and everything like that. But the guys were really feeling her. Maybe because she had her titties out. I don't know. But they were really feeling her. I think she looked a lot better, though, with hair, because they showed some other pictures of her. And it totally changed her, her aura and everything. Then we're introduced to Angie, and we learned that she was actually engaged and her fiance passed away from, I think it was a heart attack in his sleep, which was really unfortunate because she thought with him that she'd found her person, and he was taken away from her. And in my cast breakdown, I said that the guys are going to like her. I think I said that, they were going to like her physically and all of that stuff. And a lot of the guys did. Then we meet Naeem, who is a gym owner, and I said that the girls would like him, but the gym owner thing to me was kind of like, yeah, I don't really know about that. But then we're introduced to Eddie, and I said that Eddie was going to be one of the guys that all of the ladies were going to be on, and I was correct. He actually is way better looking on camera than he was in pictures. I even said that he looked like Special Ed to me, the rapper, and he does, but he is fine. He's like one of the best looking guys I've ever seen on Ready to Love. He is very handsome. He's tall. He has an athletic build, really smooth hair, beard. He owns a construction company. I was like, hi, how you doing? All right, Mr. Eddie. Okay. Then we meet True. And just like I said in my cast breakdown, she gives me vice principal energy. She seemed like the type that just always got her car keys in her hand. You know what I'm saying? She dressed like a church nurse, but she was very spicy, very opinionated, and she had a lot of conversations with a lot of the guys, and she was exactly like I said she would be. Very much like I said that she would be hard and just like in your face. We meet Jay. I was just shocked that there were women on here that actually found him attractive, because I just do not find him attractive at all. But hey, to each his own. Deanna actually was on him. She liked him a lot when she met him, and I was shocked by that. I was like, okay. She thought he was tall and chocolate, and I said, okay, everybody got somebody except for me. So then Tommy comes out, and he lets them know that for the first time in Ready to Love history, they are going to witness a Ready to Love marriage. And Cornelius and Camille from the DC franchise comes out and they get married. Of course, they're going to have a separate ceremony, but they wanted to do their first one there. It was really sweet. Their vows were beautiful. If you remember Camille was a lot their season. And baby, she made sure she got that man. She made sure about it. Okay. She was real aggressive. Okay. But they've been together for 3 years. It's worked out. They've gotten married and are living happily ever after. So congratulations to them. And it showed that the process can work if you really are diligent about finding love and being truthful with yourself. So after the wedding, the singles go back to mixing and mingling, and Angie, baby, she snatched that bouquet, honey. Ooh, baby, she snatched that bouquet. And to me, it came across a little bit thirsty. And if I was a dude, I'd be like, oh, so she ready to get married tomorrow. It would really put me on pause how aggressive she was about getting that bouquet. Tommy also lets them know that 2 people will be leaving that night. So everybody is really on their P's and Q's now. Wayne, he has, the little short little locks hairstyle going on, reminding me of Michael B. Jordan hairstyle in Black Panther 1. He's very soft-spoken, real laid-back personality. He seems like he's a go-with-the-flow type of guy. I liked his personality more than I liked him physically. But he seems like a really cool dude. I can't wait to learn more about him. He and Angie connected, and I was like, okay, we got something here. Who else connected? True and Naeem connected as well. And I was very shocked about the guys that were connecting with True, because she literally was dressed like from Mama's family. I just did not understand why she dressed like that. It was so old ladyish, but maybe they got an old lady fetish. I don't know, because I wouldn't have been attracted to her at all. But when Naeem and her talk, he says that in the past he feels like he's gone in too quickly with women. And she asks why, and he said because he was adopted and trying to identify unconditional love and all of those types of things. And when we find out what we find out about him later on in the episode, it also explains a lot. But we'll get to that in a minute. But he spoke about him being adopted a few times in this first episode. So that's something that really affected him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's fully dealt with it for real, for real. Kiara, who I said that the guys are really going to like, I was right about that. She's really pretty. They called her a baddie. She says that Jay going to be her man, her man, her man, her man. And I was like, y'all like this thing? Okay. I guess. In their conversation, we learned that he was in an 11-year relationship with his children's mother. He has 2 kids. He's the primary parent. He works in cybersecurity, and she really liked what she was hearing. I don't know what she said she did for a living, or if she even said it, but she liked what she was hearing, honey. She liked it, and Deanna liked it, and I just don't understand what they like. I just don't. He looked like Beetle Bailey, but okay. So, we learned also that Will has been married twice, and I was like, and you only 41 and you've been married twice? Okie dokie. But he said that each time he got married, it was after one of his parents passed. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of like trauma bonding or something, or just searching for love because you've lost a love. Like, those weren't really smart decisions. And he found out really quickly, because one of the marriages only lasted a year. And I was like, yeah, red flag there. Okay. So, he and Sahara, who is very around the way girl energy, like I said in my review, that she was going to be, she was a lot. She was real Philly-ish. And I can say that because my bestie's real Philly, okay? But they sit down and talk, and she says that her last relationship ended because the guy had issues. And Will's response was, what? he had a chronic masturbation problem, or he was a chronic masturbator or something. And she was very taken aback by that. He was joking, obviously, but it was just a weird thing to say, especially when you're getting to know somebody. Masturbation should never be one of the topics, jokes, because it gives me the ick. It gives me like, ugh. Like, it's just like, ugh, I don't know you to be putting out them type of buzzwords. Like, it made me kind of like, ugh. But they laugh and they have a good time and a good conversation. They were joking with one another. So, even though it was kind of jarring to her, she got past it. Naima says that he is feeling Kiara. We learned that she has 2 kids. And then this is when we learn that Naeem, who, like I said, got the adoption issues and all of that, and says that he's moved really quickly in the past with women, has 5 kids, 5 children. And she was like, 5? How many baby mamas? And he was like, 3. And she was like, no. Baby, I don't care how many baby mamas it was. 1 baby mama was enough for me, because 5 kids, absolutely no. No, 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 no. And I was like, okay, so this plays into you and the adoption thing. Maybe you were trying to, build a family so you could have your own to love or something. I'm like, but search for your birth parents, do something, but you don't need to have not now more kids, okay? So if I'm a woman that ain't got no kids and want kids, and you already got 5, and you just a gym owner and pumping out juices, no, the money is real thin, okay? Real thin. I was like, yeah, him and that ponytail, no, y'all can go on somewhere. So the ladies are on Eddie, and I'm on Eddie too. How you doing? I don't even care that he 10 years younger than me, 12. Baby, that man is fine, okay? Beautiful skin, not one blemish on it. Yes, sir. So he says that, he want to get married, and he has a 9-year-old daughter. Now, what made me believe him is that when he made the I want to get married, I'm looking to get married comment to Naeem one-on-one, and when they were having a conversation, it wasn't around any women. So it wasn't given, he was just, putting on in front of other girls. So it made me feel like he was being genuine with saying that he really is trying to find, that one. He and Deanna sit down and they talk, and, she lets him know that she's a firefighter, and he was very intrigued by that. And he likes her, and of course she liked him, because what is there not to like, honey? But once again, I was shocked about how off I was with the Deanna situation. They really are feeling her, and I think it's more so not just because she's a firefighter, but because of her personality. She has a really good, engaging personality. She wasn't doing too much. She wasn't doing too little. I like Deanna a lot. So True and Jay, child, sit down and have a discussion. And she was like, I think she asked him like why he's single or something like that. And he was like, I've been on my player stuff, just dating or whatever. And he was meaning like, I just been out here doing me, dating casually. I ain't been tied down to nobody. And she said, oh, so you a player. You was on your player stuff. He was like, nah, he threw the word out there, but he wasn't, like saying he was like a player, like hurting women's feelings and lying and nothing like that. He was just doing him. And he was like, I was in an 11-year relationship. And she was like, it's giving, you don't do commitment. And I was like, how you get that from that? And I was like, oh, so you a combative church lady at that. Okay. Yeah, bleh. I was like, you can't be like that and then have on that outfit. Like, absolutely not. Because where in that did you get that he doesn't do commitment? He was in an 11-year relationship. How more committed could you be? Like, huh? And he was like, we were together since we were 19. So that makes sense. If they were together for 11 years, they were got together when they were 19. So I wouldn't say that he lacks commitment. I guess maybe if she's saying because he didn't marry her, I don't believe that you should be getting married in your 20s. I think your 20s is the time to figure yourself out, build your career, travel the world, date different people. I personally feel like you should try to settle down in your 30s. That's what I feel, but that's just me, you know. So he said, we were 19 when we got together. I've had my fun for the last 4 years, because he was in a relationship for 11 years from 19. So everything that he should have been doing during his 20s, he's now doing now. And this is why I say you shouldn't commit to anybody in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's trying to relive what he didn't try. He then, lived that, part of life that he should have been doing in his 20s, now in his 30s. But he'd also said earlier in the episode that the reason why he left the relationship is because he wanted more out of life and wanted more for his children. Maybe his baby mama wasn't really on that. He didn't say anything bad about her, but he just said he wanted more out of life. So, Jay was like, I've been with someone for 11 years. I know what that takes. And True says, just because you were in something for 11 years does not mean that you were committed. Like, you don't know this man to know whether or not he was committed. And then she kept on calling him a player. And then she went on to call him a hoe. And I was like, oh, girl, you are doing the most. I don't like you. And I knew I wasn't going to like her because she give vice principal tease. And don't nobody like the vice principal. Nobody. I didn't like her. I didn't like the way she was judging him. I didn't like the way she was labeling him. I didn't like the way she was not listening to him, and that she just already made her assumption in her mind, and that's what it was. And I was like, yeah, you got to go. So then Tommy comes in, as he always does, and he talks to the guys and he talks to the ladies about who they're feeling and who they're not feeling. So the guys say that they're really feeling Deanna and Kiera. Now, I knew they was going to be feeling Kiera. Like I said, I was shocked about Deanna, but I see why. The ladies are really feeling Eddie and Wayne. Did not clock Wayne at all. I felt like some women were going to like him, but I knew that everybody was going to like Eddie. So then at the end of the night, Tommy says that Will and Naeem are up for elimination. The women were really, not feeling the fact that Naeem got all these kids, and Will basically was doing way too much too soon. So they voted to have Will eliminated, but Tommy told him to stay put. So then he let the ladies know that the guys were not really feeling Sahara and True. And both of them were shocked that they would pick and had an attitude, okay? So Sahara, they felt like basically she was just giving rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? And then True, they felt like she was just, just needling people, like just doing a whole 21 questions and just real, ugh. So Tommy says that Sahara was eliminated. And baby, her and them braids, Craig was offended, okay? So Tommy says that he's not going to eliminate Will and Sahara. He's going to give them the opportunity to meet the other 10 singles to see if they can connect with others there. Maybe this batch of people just wasn't, for them. And so they both were like, I'm willing to do that. But Sahara, honey, says, oh, I'm done with the first batch. I don't want nothing to do with none of the first 5 men. Nope, I'm done. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. Nope. And I'm looking at her like, girl, who you think you are? What makes you think they would want to have another chance with you? And it's your attitude why don't nobody want to be with you. Because you have this what's the word I'm looking for? Delusions of grandeur about yourself where you think that you are all that and how dare they not like you. Girl, if you don't get somewhere and sit down somewhere, I hope that the next 5 men don't like your ass so you can really get a rude awakening. I didn't like the way she handled herself at all. It was very unbecoming of her. Very unbecoming of her. I ain't like it. And if I was Tommy, I would have taken back my invitation, because you got a nasty attitude and I don't like it, Bernie. But overall, I'm gonna give the season premiere episode of Ready to Love I'm gonna give it a B minus. It was cute. No, I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna give it a C plus. Yeah, up in there. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. I really like Eddie. Hey, how you doing, Eddie? And I can't wait to see next week's episode to see how this is going to go with the next batch. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about the season premiere episode. Who are you rooting for? Who are you not feeling? Let's talk about it. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.